Yeah, I can start about myself, so we're
Oh, go
just
on
going
then.
to skip one
Start and they'll
slide.
catch up.
Yes, so my name is Tomo Grodzki. I'm founder of Red Platform. For 15 years, I've been building technology for commercial real estate. And today with my team, we track over 150 million square meters of office and industrial space across 5 European countries as of now. What do? We help analysts, asset and leasing managers, investors, just to get the most instant answers to actually any data-driven questions they could have. And the idea of question based on data was quite popular here among the speakers, among the previous speakers. So this is something we try to do. Our mission is quite simple. We want to open data and make it more AI ready. My personal mission is to accelerate the real estate because what's coming, it really needs some kind of acceleration. And right now, I actually need slides.
I know, we need some slides.
I don't know what to say.
Go on, guys, give me a thumbs up if they come in or not. Dun, dun, dun. Your face is up there. I mean, that's quite nice.
Yeah, thank you.
That's quite good. How are we doing, team? Oh, someone's signaling it's happening. So I feel like we need some suspenseful music. Thank you, that's perfect. Do you want to contribute anything, lads? Oh yeah, give us some suspense, love that. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Tom!
But it's here and not there.
Can we get it on the screen? Here we go.
Yeah, perfect.
Amazing, thanks gang, good job.
Almost perfect. Can I see notes here?
I mean, no one noticed. I mean, no one saw a thing, right?
No. I mean, can I see presenter notes here?
Oh, that
I asked for that.
Oh, presenter
but if not,
notes?
okay, I'm gonna go, and if you can,
just go.
Okay, so I said about accelerating real estate,
and
to understand the acceleration, I'd like you to go just back to 1975 for a second, because that was the time where actually almost everything, when looking at the S&P 500, was physical. And if you see the screen, like in 45 years ago, like 80% of assets of value was all around physical stuff like oil, factories, real estate, and only the 20% was about something, let's say, intangible. Yeah. But then something shifted. And that's on purpose. It's okay. No, that was okay. Thank you very much.
I was getting worried.
Yeah, so then something shifted. Around 1995, the split was around 50-50. So there was seeing that there's a difference. And 2020, what 2020 brought was that almost 90% of value was actually intangible and only 10% tangible. And this is something what happened in 45 years. What do? We moved from atoms to actually bits. And when I think about that, I have this example I wanted to give you. Like, we all know how big this is, but think of NVIDIA, the company that we all talk about. Because what they did, they are worth like $4 trillion, I think, right now, yeah? And they manufacture nothing. I'm not sure if you know that. But what they did, they built a system for designing chips. And with that, they created value that it's bigger than the GDP of the UK, bigger than France, bigger than Italy and Canada combined, yeah? That's a huge thing. So 4 trillion, 0 factories. And how's that even possible? That's possible because their advantage isn't mass. Their advantage is scalability. So this is the situation when actually one team, one engineer can create value that serves, I don't know, billion people. And what about a building? Building serves only people inside. And this is the difference I see when I think about this regular real estate world and what's coming next. And that's what I call the new economy. So this is that situation when you can think that it's really happening, that a single line of code can be worth even more than a city block right now. That's what's changing. And what I believe is, I believe that the rule changed, but that doesn't mean the game is different. And here's another example. Most of us think that the office crisis started with the pandemic. Yeah? Like think of remote work, Zoom calls, empty buildings. But the truth is that actually pandemic was just ignition, because again, think of any software you know, like Slack, Zoom, any cloud application. These applications were ready for like a decade to disrupt the industry. The only difference was that there was no ignition. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the difference, again, between, let's say, us as companies and real estate as general industry is that we could, my company, your companies, we could pivot in a very short period of time when at the same time real estate couldn't. And this is something what is happening even right now after 5 years when you think about that. So Goldman Sachs did this study that a company like buildings would need to drop even half in price for the adaptability to be even financially available. And this is recently, Marcin is from Krakow, and I was studying data from Krakow in Poland, office market data, and what we saw was really somehow astonishing. So it's not so unusual right now to find A-class office assets being sold at a price like lower than a residential apartment on the same street. Like this is what's happening right now. And the problem, the issue, is the adaptability. You know, it's much easier to reconfigure the software, you know, overnight than to do the same with hundreds of thousands of tons of steel and concrete. Yeah. So, this is coming from the Urban Land Institute survey. This is the one I try to monitor like every year. They do the report. And what I see is that I see this change in the industry. Like it really happens right now. So, for example, I have some numbers about that. So you have like over 40% of leaders who are today concerned about digital transformation. I'm in Europe, because here the situation is probably a little different. AI and machine learning, it's also like 35%. And I think what people want to see is that they're becoming concerned because they understand that there are like, let's say, two things you can get with being more adaptable. One is speed, the advantage of speed. So you don't you don't wait any longer just for I don't know, market reports or something like that. The other advantage, even maybe more important from the perspective of the real estate industry, is finding a way for let's say, building this scale advantage. This is a physical business, so it's not so easy to get on scale. And I want to go deeper into that. So I have this one example, which says that 10 years ago, when you looked at the operating margins of tech and real estate companies in S&P 500, the margins were around 25%. Like 10 years later, tech was still around 25%, but real estate was down to 10. This is like 40% margin erosion in a decade. And it's not because the building stopped being valuable, it's just because they couldn't adapt as fast as the technology can. So,
Okay, wrap up for me, Tom.
okay, yeah. So two things happen when the margin compresses. So one is that capital gets nervous, and on the other hand, talent looks elsewhere. And this is, let's say, the last thing I'm going to say. So what I see right now about the leaders is also that I've never seen real estate leaders being so concerned about the workforce as they are right now. And it's not only because like the office market situation changed, but today they try to attract completely new talents, like talents coming from the tech industry. And these people want something truly different. We all live in, let's say, something like digital native era, and digital natives, they don't want a spreadsheet world. What they want easy access to data, AI assistance, real-time data. And the last thing.
Go on.
Okay. So, recently I spoke to the CEO of one of the toppest real estate companies in Europe, and we talked AI, we talked technology, and he said to me that, like, you know, Tom, like half of my staff is terrified that AI will cut jobs, like 50% of jobs. And you know what was his response? He said that, yes, AI will cut, but 50% of the work, the boring 50%. And I have no more time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom.